What's up everybody, Jesse here, or GameOverJesse as some of you all may know me, and here with me is my good friend Avarith to talk about something different than what you are used to on this channel. Instead of Zelda and video game related stuff, we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super and the Tournament of Power arc, and how we think it will end. We'll be speculating, theorizing, and debating about a few different topics. The first one being, how do we think the Universal Survival arc will end, and who will be declared the winner of the Wish? Our second topic, what we think the next arc will be. Our third topic will be speculation on will there still be 5 standing for Universe 7. And finally, we're going to end it on whether or not the different teams within the tournament are holding back their true power out of fear of killing someone and being eliminated. So, to start us off with the first topic, how do we think the Universal Survival arc will end, and who will be declared the winner of the Wish? Now, personally, I think it's going to, I guess the easiest answer is to say it's going to come down to Goku and Jiren, but we have yet to see Frieza's full power since he's returned. And before, he was sort of able to hold his own against Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in the Revival of F movie that came out, and then the second arc to the series. So as likely as it'll be, because Goku is Goku and Goku always wins, I imagine he'll either unlock his full potential for the Ultra Instinct and be able to like go toe-to-toe and barely outclass Jiren, sort of how he always does. A lot of people are hoping, since Batora Fusion has been introduced, that Vegito will be introduced and go Ultra Instinct. And then we also have Frieza, who is yet to show his full power, and this kind of ties into the last topic about the different teams holding back, because Frieza hasn't really fought in the tournament. He's more or less tortured a Saiyan and then sent a few energy waves against, who was it, like where they all teamed up to shoot the big the guy who pretty much was discount Hachiyak from the other Dragon Ball movie, Revenge Against the Saiyans or something that. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on this? Because those seem the most likely to me, that it'll be Goku, Vegito, or Frieza that shows his full power. Like he'll go golden or unlock a completely different form or something. So,
well, there has been obvious signs at the beginning of the tournament that Frieza has a plan. Now, he found out the gods are fallible and everything. Pretty much they're like regular mortals, except, long lifespan.
Yeah.
So he's probably planning something in there. Will it come to fruition in the Tournament of Power? Well, that remains to be seen. Though I think that's going to be part of the other topic, like, next arc ideas. But, as for Vegito, I don't know, but I have some hopes that my boy Vegeta, he gonna figure out some Ultra Instinct as well, but get everyone freaked out.
Yeah, see, there are a lot of people that think Vegeta is yet to show his full potential, and it seems like with almost every new arc that they've introduced, there's always been some new form of transformation. This one has been Ultra Instinct, but what if, because we've seen Vegeta in the Chamber of Time and Space, so, and while he was powering up, he completely destroyed it. So
yeah,
who knows? And before, like if you think back to Dragon Ball Z, Super Buu, I guess it was Super Buu, or was it just like
It was Super Buu.
Yeah, Super Buu, like, was barely able to open up a rift to get out. So that was like just opening up a portal, where Vegeta completely destroyed it. Like he wasn't even trying to get out. He was, I imagine, just powering up and ended up doing that. So as like showing that as just an example of how much more powerful he would be than like comparing it to characters from the older anime.
Well, he is trying to compete with the fact that he doesn't have Kaioken.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's another thing is that Goku has like he's been doing the Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaioken times 20, but with Vegeta, it hasn't shown that he knows that. I assume he could learn it very easily if he tried, but
then he'd have to like Kakarot train me. He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, so it's very possible that he's unlocked like whatever the next, like not necessarily unlocked Ultra Instinct, but unlocked an even more powerful Super Saiyan form. Like whether it's like a lot of people
Blue too.
Yeah, like a lot of people are wanting like a Super Saiyan Silver or Super Saiyan White. I guess I don't know why, other than maybe they just have a like.
I think it's due to Moscow X's color theory video, personally.
Oh, okay.
But that he is a major part of the Dragon Ball community thanks to being part of Team 4-Star.
Yeah. Well, I guess like, if they're going over that would make sense. So it could be entirely possible that Vegeta has achieved that, and maybe his reflexes aren't quite as great as Goku's would be with Ultra Instinct, but the power that he has from the new form is greater than what it would be from the other thing. Because where it's Jiren and Goku have the Ultra Instinct, they can dodge attacks and stuff without thinking about it. With the new form, maybe Vegeta just gets so fast and so powerful. Or the same with Frieza. Maybe Frieza or Vegeta, either one, gets so fast and so powerful that it doesn't matter whether or not they can like act instinctively without thinking about it, because their power is just so fast already, or so powerful. So I think it could be something like that. But go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Well, the idea of Super Saiyan Bluetooth, 2, would be interesting. I still think it's going that Vegeta probably did do something in the chamber that powered him up, because blowing up the chamber from powering up prior to the tournament. Yeah, I mean, Boo, it took a Super Saiyan 3 fusion, granted it was 2 children, to do the same thing that Super Boo did.
The 2 children were like already on par with like Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Yeah, so I mean, them doing that and Vegeta blowing the dang thing up. Now that's a whole different kettle of fish right there.
Yeah.
But going along with that whole idea, Vegeta probably would be trying to do something to counteract the Kaioken Blue transformation. As for him gaining Ultra Instinct, I think that might be higher likelihood, because the way they have Ultra Instinct put out, like even Beerus hasn't mastered it.
Yeah.
I think I've been going back through Super. I think they've been hinting at Ultra Instinct for a little while now.
Well, there was the part in, it was either the last episode or the one before it, Vegeta was talking to someone, and he said something like he hinted at himself being like the most powerful there, but that could be him, like his cocky attitude or his pride saying it, like not willing to admit that someone else is more powerful than him.
It is Vegeta.
So, it could be something like that, a scare tactic for the other person to try to get under their skin, or it could be him actually being serious. Because, again, this goes to the last topic that we'll be discussing, but you haven't really seen anyone necessarily go all out except, I would say, Goku, and that's just because I don't think Goku's gone full out to where he has used all of his power in like a short amount of time. He just used a great amount of power over a long period of time, because instead of going all out against one enemy, he went, I would say, like half of his full power against multiple enemies for a long time, and it slowly drained him, whereas going full power on one enemy like it kind of equals out. So that's what I'm thinking. And Vegeta may have done the same thing in his fights, to where he hasn't shown his true power either. So I think it's very likely that he's achieved something, whether it is another Super Saiyan state or the Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about... I don't think he's unlocked Ultra Instinct, though I'm hoping he does do it in the tournament. That's just a hope, not an actual... I believe he will.
He needs a 1-up over Goku.
Yeah, but I do think that there has been a lot of holding back, because you see all the fights, like, Vegeta really wasn't going that hardcore against Ribrianne. Nobody was really going all out during the whole thing, except for maybe the androids, because they can do it. They have infinite energy.
Yeah, they can go all out and for like forever, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the fight in Dragon Ball Z 17 versus Piccolo. Piccolo was starting to tire out, even though he was obviously far more powerful than he had been. He was able to take on Cell, likely. But 17, he could just keep going and going. He was a Duracell at that point.
Yeah, that was another thing. Was there was a fan-made manga of Dragon Ball Multiverse, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was...
Oh, yeah, the multiversal tournament.
Yeah, there was one of the contestants in it was like a... The one that I really liked was Zenbu, where he just absorbed the whole universe. But then another one that was a great idea was... There was one where it was like all of the Namekians fused together. And then they did that in this one, where like there was the two Namekians that absorbed all of the other volunteers. So... what I would have rather seen, instead of seeing them being taken out separately, if they would have fused together to make someone who would have been on par with Jiren or Ultra Instinct Goku. That way, suddenly it's like, well, since fusions are allowed now, it would be interesting to see someone that everyone thought they would easily be able to beat, to go from that to being someone who suddenly they're crapping their pants because they're like, oh crap, now there's another huge threat.
Yeah, like the whole idea of people wishing that Vegito would get in there, which is unlikely, but it would be fun. I'm not going to deny that.
See, I think Vegito, especially, like, whenever they were on the last arc, they were fighting the evil Kai from the future. It was, like, he came in, and then all of a sudden it was just, like, someone clicked the Ex Machina button.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, now we suddenly have a way to beat him. And I think
it
was...
didn't work.
Yeah, I think it was mostly for fan service, which it was really cool, but he was only there for, like, an episode. And then after they did that, there was a second total cop-out to where Goku just presses a button. He's like, hey, this guy's evil. We can't beat him. Erase him.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally press a button.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That's why it's just so weird. But how will it end? Moving on to, like, how we think it'll actually end and who will be declared the winner. I personally believe the theory of it'll somehow end in some sort of tie, or Goku will be the one to end up making the wish. Whether it ends with the tie, whether it ends with Vegito beating Jiren, or it's Goku beating Jiren, or it's a tie and then Goku ends up being the one to get the wish. Whatever happens, I think it'll be Goku that gets the wish. And
I can see that, because the main rule was whoever was the best warrior gets the wish.
Yeah.
And I think all the other teams were more or less looking at surviving rather than trying to be the best warrior. Goku, sorry to say, he's taken out the most individuals. So he would be under best warrior at this point.
Yeah. And I think...
Unless Frieza's been doing it.
Another reason, aside from him just being a plot device, I think the reason that he would be the one to get the wish is because I think if it was anyone else to go to the Dragon Balls and wish for the universes to be restored, I think it would kind of tick off the Grand Priest or Zeno-sama, so they would end up not allowing it, because then it just like resets everything, making the entire arc pointless. But if Goku, where he's buddies with Zeno-sama, maybe he like could say something along the lines of, if you allow us to wish all of the universes back, we can come back every year or every few years and put on this tournament. Just like on their Earth, every year or every few years they have the world's martial arts tournament. So every few years they could have the universal martial arts tournament. So I think it'd be something similar to that, to where he's friends with like the one above all, basically.
Yeah.
That he ends up...
I mean, Zeno probably wouldn't care either way. It's the Grand Priest who seems like he might have, like, words.
Yeah. So, because, like, there was the part where the Grand Priest told them that, like, someone asked for permission, the little wolf dude, that if he beats Goku, if all of the universes could stay, and they ended up agreeing on it. But then the Grand Priest said, however, if Goku doesn't try, then everything gets deleted automatically. So for like a split moment, it was showing that like, oh, maybe he just doesn't want the universes to get deleted because he agreed to it. But then immediately after, he's like, but if Goku doesn't try, clearly knowing that Goku would win. So
yeah, I think the Grand Priest plans on eliminating the universes for whatever reason. I mean, I can kind of see why he wants to eliminate 7, because sorry to say, the Kai and the Destroyer have been screwing up pretty bad. Now, I don't know about other universes because obviously we don't see them, but they mentioned how Beerus is just like, destroy, destroy, destroy at a whim, and while Kai, he just, I don't know what to do because I was never trained for this job. And he's been Supreme Kai for I don't know how long, since Kid Buu was sealed, so.
Yeah. And then there's Elder Kai, who was the Supreme Kai before that.
Yeah, and he was sealed in the sword by Beerus for whatever reason. I don't remember why they said he did it.
Yeah. But then wasn't there the part where they said Zeno-sama deleted universes like 12 or 14 through 18 just because he was in a bad mood?
Yeah, Zeno deleted universes too. So there's some issue. There's something going on here, and I don't
There was actually a good theory that I came across that said that where each of the universes have their own god of destruction that can delete and erase their own worlds and everything, or their own people. The Zeno-sama is essentially the god of destruction over all of the universes. Instead of being tied to just one universe like the others, he's like one step above that. And then the Grand Priest would be his companion Supreme Kai.
Yeah. Oh, well.
And then that would mean there would be one person above Zeno-sama that we haven't seen, which would make sense if it was like not just a figure over him, but like a father figure. Like if he had a father who was one step higher. Because the way he acts, he already acts like almost like a spoiled little kid. That's like, oh, I deleted 5 universes just because I was in a bad mood. And then he's always complaining about being bored and stuff, which is like what you'd see Goten saying a lot. That he's bored and like he always wants to be he always wants to be entertained and fight and stuff. And it's the same with Zeno-sama. So it would make sense if like Zeno-sama, although being millions of years or billions of years old, was just still a kid compared to like someone else. So
yeah, well, I could see the god of destruction thing being possible, but that would mean that there is a god of life next to him, which is what the Kais are supposed to be.
Well, that would be the Grand Priest.
I could see it.
Where Zeno-sama wasn't the one, although he's supposed to be like almighty or whatever, he wasn't the one who created the tournament ring. It had to be it had to be the Grand Priest, because he was the creator, where the other one was the destroyer.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, I was thinking if that the theory is sound, there is just a slight hiccup with the whole idea that each destroyer has an angel with them, while the creator tends to be the Kais. So I could see Zeno being the Grand Destroyer, and then there being a Grand Kai. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So to end this topic, the winner of the wish, who do you think it'll be, and what do you think they'll wish for?
I think it will likely be Goku, and you're probably right. He'll probably just wish for everything back and say, hey, the way we can rectify this is there's a tournament every year.
Yeah.
Or maybe not every year. They'd be like, every now and again.
Yeah. Because if it was every year, then it would basically be the same people, to whereas, like, if it's 5 years, then that gives someone potential to train and get strong enough to be there to where they wouldn't be there before. Like Oob, for instance.
That would be fun. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah, like Oob hasn't been... Like, they said he had incredible power, but he was too young. So in, like, 5 or 10 years, he would be on par with, like, Majin Buu and most of the other fighters.
There was a great theory that I liked about Oob. Because you know how Boo's been like passing out every now and again, and he just can't wake up?
Yeah.
People have been saying that Oob is pretty much taking his energy without thinking about it by accident.
Oh,
because
that would...
he's the origin of Boo. So it would pretty much, he's taking the energy and he doesn't mean to, and that's what keeps knocking Boo out.
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
because he's asleep for like 2 or 3 months right now.
Exactly.
See, what I didn't understand from that is, like, if he's going to be sleeping for 2 or 3 months, why not, like, just fly him over? Well, it was destroyed, so I guess they couldn't. I was going to say, like, why not fly him over to, like, the chamber of time and space or whatever it's called, and then, like, put him in there while he sleeps. That way that 2 or 3 months is just, like, a few minutes.
Yeah, and then again, I kept thinking, it's like, okay, I understand Goku and Vegeta not wanting the power boost that the Elder Kai could get, but why not the humans? Like, Tien, Krillin, all them, just, like, here's your potential completely unlocked.
Yeah. And I thought it was weird how, like, the androids were supposedly, like, on par with, like, Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan Blue. Because it's like, without any narration or forwarding of the plot, they're just automatically, like, they naturally got that powerful over time. Whereas everyone else had to, like, train and battle for years and years and years. Like,
well, they said that 18 or 17 was doing pretty much that while being a park ranger, but it would be more along the question of why is 18 like that when she's obviously just kind of a mom at this point.
Yeah. Alright. So, it's going to end Goku, because Goku always wins.
Yeah, I mean, I want Vegeta to be there, but I gotta be realistic here.
And then he, with the acceptance of Zeno-sama, wishes back all of the universes. I think 17, within the next 2 episodes, will be eliminated.
That's a bold claim right there. That's a very bold claim.
I also think another person will be eliminated. Like, it'll come down to, let's say if it's Goku and Vegeta fighting against Jiren at the very end. It's just those two fighting Jiren. I think it would be something similar to either what Vegeta did against Majin Buu, where he killed himself trying to kill Majin Buu by doing the explosion, or it'll be something akin to what Goku and Piccolo did to Raditz.
Oh.
So, either, like, you can kill someone, you're allowed to, but then you'll be eliminated as well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't automatically disqualify your team. So, in the one, using the Vegeta as an example, they realize there's no way they can beat Jiren. So what happens? They end up somehow tricking Jiren into getting close to Vegeta, or Goku is holding him down somehow. We've seen Hit keep Jiren held in place for a few minutes. He was still able to move very slowly, but he was still in...
Because he's stronger than time.
In all sense of the word, he was kind of frozen in place. So that would be enough to allow Vegeta, because we've seen what a Super Saiyan 2 version of Vegeta could do when he does his like super explosion or whatever it is. So imagine what a Super Saiyan Blue could do.
True. And then, I don't think so though.
And then he doesn't even have to kill him. He just has to get him off the stage. So if there's only a little bit of stage left that Goku's standing on, and Vegeta is able to explode and cause all of the stage except the part that Goku's standing on to disintegrate with him, and Vegeta kills himself, possibly kills Jiren, or at least weakens Jiren, but Jiren still falls off because all of the stage is eliminated and Goku's literally left standing on a floating rock, then I think that could be an odd but crazy way that it would end. Also, let's say there are 3 people left, whether it's like Vegeta is laid out on the ground completely weakened, Goku does the full Nelson on Jiren to kind of hold him in place like he did to Raditz, and that gives Frieza the opportunity to kill Jiren and Goku. Like, I don't think Frieza would hesitate, because that gives him the opportunity to do what he always wanted to do, kill Goku, and he also gets the chance to be the one who essentially wins the tournament. So if you kill someone, you get sent to the crowd, or the stands. You're not necessarily being erased. So it could be something like that, or it could be down to one person, and then Jiren kills himself, like they originally thought Goku killed himself with the Spirit Bomb. Like, Jiren does an attack that's too powerful, it somehow gets reversed, knocked back to him, and his own attack kills him, because Goku and Vegeta figure out that they can't do it on their own. They're just not powerful enough. So they reverse his own attack against him. So I think it's going to be a situation like that, but in no situation that I can come up with on how this tournament will end do I see all 5 of them still left. Maybe 3. Like, if it comes down to it, I would see Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza being the most likely, but I definitely see Gohan and 17 being kicked out.
I am slightly against that, only for one reason. I don't think that Vegeta or Goku will need to sacrifice themselves. They have the advantage of numbers. No matter what, they've won the tournament as long as they got their people staying on.
Yeah.
That's not to say that no one's going to sacrifice himself to take out one of the Universe 11 people, because I do believe that is a possibility.
Yeah, 17 could do that to Toppo.
Yep. 17 could do that to Toppo, or Gohan could do that to Toppo. And again, the rabbit guy, I never remember his name, I never will. I still think Frieza is the perfect person against him, because Frieza was known for his speed. And Golden Frieza has not... It has been shown, but it has not been utilized.
Oh, what, the gold?
Yeah, because it's like, I turn gold for a second, pop! Do a thing, and I'm not gold anymore.
The videos on this channel are funded by supporters on Patreon like you. If you're a fan of this channel and would like to join on videos, receive shoutouts, watch videos early, have your questions answered, or have your topic discussed on our podcast, please consider supporting on Patreon for these and many other rewards for just $1. Shoutouts for this video includes Link Use the Triforce, Rusty Caulfield, Lovable Christie, Give Time 15, Shadow to Us, Robbie Morgan, and Lunarium. I want to thank all of you for everything you have done to help support this channel.